Hi, I'm Carolina with some new movement material for you. Today we are going to move through a pretty simple but effective sequence to open, expand, wake up the body. So grab your mat and join me. Alright, we are going to start at the back of the mat. So just bring your knees about as wide as the mat. You can kind of feel this out for yourself depending on the day or your body. And then we're going to bring our hands forward. This is a pretty classic move. I think most of you will know. Child's pose. Just bring the forehead down to the mat. Extend the arms out in front of you. And we're really going to bring our focus as much as possible to that space in the lower part of the spine, the thoracic into the lumbar spine. So here, this back space, it's moving back the hips towards the heels as much as possible. So take a few deep breaths in and out here, really trying to create as much space. Our knees are open here so that we don't have our chest as compressed against our legs, and there's room for our chest, room for us to feel our breath. So take a few really deep breaths in and out here, really expanding that chest space. I always talk about expanding towards the side, towards the back and the front, so really 360 degrees. Deep breaths in and out. Each exhale, try to really reach the tailbone, the spine back. And then we're gently, slowly going to walk the hands towards the right as far as you can. Feel the left hip pull back the opposite direction. Just feel a nice stretch in the left side body into the left armpit, and again resting the head against the floor, really allowing your head to relax. And then walking the hands slowly back through the center and over towards the left. Same thing, walking them over until you can't anymore. Resting the head down towards the floor, feeling that stretch in the right side body, all the way through the right armpit, allowing the head and neck and shoulders to relax. Breathing into that side body space. And then slowly walking the hands back into center. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Beautiful. Look forward, just bringing your head up, and then slowly come up onto your hands and knees. Bring the knees underneath the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers out wide. Just for a moment, take a shift forward and back. So transfer of weight onto the hands and transfer of weight back in the hips. Take that at your own pace. The gaze is down here. A lot of times we think about lines in yoga or movement or really any kind of exercises that we do because they're so important. Those lines of energy and lines through your body to have correct posture in the position. So here, you really want to make sure that lower belly is pulled in. You want to make sure that your elbows are coming back towards you, facing towards you, and that soft part of the elbow is facing away. Come back forward again. Take a gentle shift side to side with your hips, just to kind of open them up a little bit more. Tops of the feet and the shins are down on the floor. Come back to stillness. We're going to move through our cat and cow Pretty classic here. We're going to sync up the breath. So as you inhale, the lower belly drops, the tailbone lifts up, the gaze lifts up, and those shoulder blades come together. As you exhale, feel that sequence through the spine. The tailbone slightly tucks under, more than slightly, as much as you can. Drop the head, look back towards the belly button, or maybe even closing the eyes here. We're going to take that a few times slowly. Inhaling as you open the chest space, and exhaling as you press the hands really firmly down to the floor. Press the shins and the knees down as you round. We're going to come back to neutral. We're going to inhale the right arm up, opening up that side. This can be a kind of uncomfortable position. Really try as much as you can. That arm is extending from the shoulder and you're not bending the hand. Exhale, we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left and come onto the outside edge of that right shoulder. Immediately reach that right arm back up again. We're going to take that 2 more times. Thread the needle. Inhale back up, pressing down into that left palm. Last time, thread the needle. This time, stay here. Keep reaching that right arm towards the left, and then reach the left arm and up. So you have this nice right angle that you created here, really allowing the back of that right shoulder to open, feeling a stretch underneath the left armpit. Slowly, left hand comes back next to your face. Press down into the left palm, reach the right arm up, and exhale, right hand down. Move through cat and cow, again, rounding the back, and extending, opening, exhaling to round, inhaling to open and lengthen. Come back to neutral, gaze down, weight in the right hand, lift the left arm up. Again, arm extends from that shoulder, exhale, thread the needle, other side. Inhaling that arm up, press into the right hand. Exhaling, thread the needle. Inhaling, last time to reach up. Exhale, come onto the outside, back side of that left shoulder. Reach the right arm up and over. Really nice right angle here. Deep breaths in and out, relaxing into this position. And then right hand frames your face. We're moving through these kind of quickly just so I can pack it all into one video. But if you want to, you can always pause the video and stay in these positions longer. We'll walk the hands forward slightly. So you're kind of in this extended, not quite plank on the knees. And then start to take circles. Weight forward in the hands, and then circle the hips back. Weight forward in the hands. Just testing out where you are. And then take those circles in the opposite direction. This is a little bit more dynamic, or you can keep it slow if you want. I'm making this a bit more dynamic. But really, when you bring your weight forward into the hands, bring it out of your knees. Take one more circle in that direction. Beautiful. And sit back on your heels. Wonderful. We're going to bring the knees forward. Feet under us, come into a seated position. I'm going to face you now. We're going to take some more side body stretches. Come to a seat. Find where your sits bones are on the floor, really firmly grounded. Doesn't matter which leg is forward, just find your comfortable seat. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, the right hand comes down towards the floor. And then start to reach that left arm up and over. This isn't about folding down into ourselves. This is about reaching out and up. So this beautiful long diagonal line through your body. I know that you can do it. And then maybe even gazing up at that left hand. It really helps keep that left shoulder open so you're not closing in on yourself, but you're feeling a nice lift and extension. Inhale back up. We're going to take that in the other direction. Left fingertips down, right arm reaches up and over. Again, sits bones firmly rooted down. And make sure you're not tipping over all the way to the side. And again, feeling that length rather than that compression, length. Inhaling back up. We're going to take a twist. Right hand starts to reach back behind you. Twist comes from the torso, not from the hip. Reach that right hand back, left hand on the right knee, and open the chest. Open that right shoulder out. Bring the gaze back behind you. Exhale back to center. Take that twist in the opposite direction. Keep twisting, keep twisting. Left hand back behind you, fingertips down on the floor. Right hand against that left knee. Just slightly using that, but the twist is really coming from the torso, from your obliques. Shoulders are down, open. Exhaling back to center. Beautiful work. You're going to bring those knees or the shins back down onto the mat. Bring the hands behind the back. If you can't grab hold of your hands, just bring, clasp your fingers together. Bring your hands to your heels or your feet. And then start to lift the chest up and rotate the shoulders externally. Feeling those shoulder blades start to reach together. Lifting the gaze, opening the chest. Take a few breaths here. And then again, if you want to, you can have your hands clasped together, reaching back behind you. It's a little bit more intense. Deep breaths in and out. Exhale slowly. Release. Beautiful. Bring your hands forward. We're going to step the right foot forward. Last thing here, we're going to start to open up the hips a little bit. So we're coming into this lunge. With the hands down towards the floor, we're going to take a shift forward and back. So you're coming into this lunge here, and then slowly walk the hands back as you straighten the front leg, flex the foot, and walk the hands forward. Take this at any pace or intensity that you need. If you need something more intense, go ahead and do that. Maybe you want to stay in this position and fold forward over that leg a little bit. Right now, I'm just going more for mobility and openness in the joints. Take that a few times. Again, if you need to, you can stay in one position. And then switch the other leg forward. Again, the hands frame that foot. Hips pointed both forward, and slowly shifting back, and shifting forward, and shifting back, and shifting forward. Nice movement, forward and back. Nothing too intense. And again, feel free to stay in either of these positions as you need. If you want to stay here for a few breaths, go ahead and do that. If you want to stay here and stretch the bottom, the back of that left leg, go ahead and do that. That's all for now, and please go ahead and like this video if you like what you saw. Leave a comment and let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next time. See ya.